Peter FITZSIMONS is one of Australia's greatest authors. He's a master storyteller, and I had the privilege of meeting him and having a bit of a yarn at Collins Bookshop in Port Macquarie. So Peter, just a couple of questions.
Sure.
How does writing make you feel?
That's a very interesting question. You know the fellow Geoffrey Barnard, the fellow from Geoffrey Barnard is Unwell. He was an English writer, brilliant English writer for The Spectator.
Yep.
He once said to me that he started every day feeling 3 gins shy of normal. So he'd have to have 3 gins in the morning to feel normal, and then he'd have to keep topping it up throughout the day into the night to stay normal. I sort of start every day about 8 hours to 10 hours south of feeling satisfied for writing. Now, I'll put that better. I feel I start every day about 8 to 10 hours writing shy of feeling normal, feeling satisfied. And so when I've got my 8 to 10 hours writing satisfied, I do feel satisfied, and if I get to 12 I feel super satisfied, and if I'm on a flight to London and I do 18 hours I feel fantastic. So writing for me is sort of living, it's breathing, it's feeling normal.
Beautiful. So in the whole process, what gives you the greatest joy, do you think?
Holding up the final book and going, and what I love is when I get to the, just I've got crap all over me. Yeah, when I just go, I turn to it and I go, oh yes, I remember that bit. Ah, oh, that's great. You know, when they find John King, and yes, it's in the story of Burke and Wills. He gallops across the creek, and there are 30 natives, 29 scatter, and there's one left on his knees, and it's John King. And the fellow on horseback says, "What manner of man is this?" And the fellow on his knees says, "I am John King, sir." It's a killer scene. So what I know is, I started that book, Burke and Wills. What was that all about again? I don't know. But when you go into it, you go, now I get it. Now I get why this story so transfixed that generation. And so what I try to do is to take forgotten stories and breathe life into them. And imagine what you do as a filmmaker. You try to capture a moment in time, a story, and I'm in it for the story, not the his story.
No, beautiful.
Everybody's life is like that, isn't it?
Yeah. Isn't it? Well, that's the other line.
When you delve into it, it's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, the other line I quote is Somerset Maugham, who was my sort of hero growing up as a writer, because when I read Dickens, I just go, Jesus Christ, this guy, the level, the skill, the narrative, the way he's telling this story, I couldn't tie this bloke's shoelaces up. When I was a young man, I read Somerset Maugham, I go, okay, look, he's 10 times better than I'll ever be, but I can at least see what he's doing. And one of the lines from Somerset Maugham, he said, "I don't like to boast, but I couldn't spend half an hour with somebody without coming away with 6 ideas for a short story." And for me, I sort of feel like that with anybody that's been around the block enough, there's a great story in them. But when you're doing people like Burke and Wills or Monash or the guys that were Longtan, Kokoda, it's a stunner. They are stunning stories.
Okay, and what's your favourite book that you...
The best one is Batavia, The Shipwreck of Batavia.
Okay, yeah.
The second best one is Catalpa Rescue. Those are the 2 best stories in the...
Is there a reason why?
They're just such stunning stories with such twists and turns in the road of monumental events in Australian history that are pretty much unknown. And I stumbled across them and I go, how is it that these are not better known?
So it's about bringing life to the forgotten stories.
Yep.
What you're all about. Eh?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Peter, thanks very much for talking.
Thank you.
To me. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for giving a bugger. Thank you.
Have you got another one in the pipeline?
Of course, I've got 2 more in the pipeline. I've got Flinders, which I've done, and I'm doing George Mallory and Sir Edmund Hillary getting to the top of Everest 30 years apart.